We're gonna start in child's pose though, so you can head there and take any arm position that feels good. If you want them extended, you can bring them back by the sides or let the hands touch behind the back of the head. Let the forehead rest down. Let the hips sink back towards the heels. And take a few moments here to let the body settle in. Knowing that there's nothing else for you to do right now. Just experiencing whatever's present. Feeling how the breath is moving. Noticing how the body moves when you take an inhale. How it moves when you take an exhale. And filling the torso up with air. Letting the belly expand, maybe brushing along the thighs. And as you exhale, letting the body settle in, hips sinking back towards the heels a little bit more. Inhale, letting the body expand. And exhale, letting yourself settle. And taking a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, starting to move yourself forward into table. Moving around as you arrive there, any way that feels good. Maybe moving between table and child's pose a few times. Next couple breaths, finding your way into table. Letting the spine be neutral. Pressing into the hands, starting to extend the right leg long back behind you. Letting the left arm extend forward. Taking an inhale here. And staying or bending the back leg and reaching for the right foot with the left hand. Pressing the foot into the hand if you have it. And taking another breath here. And then starting to release the foot, letting the left hand come down, straightening the right leg back behind you. And then sweeping the right leg out to the side, letting the sole of the foot come down. Starting to walk yourself up, inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. And starting to side fold towards the right, letting the right hand come down the leg, reaching the left fingertips over. Breathing into the left side of the body. Taking one more breath here. And then inhale, lifting up through center. Find the left hand come down, reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Taking a breath here, and then option to lift the right leg up. Bending the leg, reaching for the foot, pulling the chest open. One more breath here. And starting to straighten the leg back out, reaching the right arm back up. Letting the sole of the right foot come down, pressing with the left hand to lift yourself back up. And letting the hands come down in front of you, walking them out and then walking them out a little bit further so that it's more of a downward facing dog shape. Fingertips reaching out as far as you would like. Taking another breath here. And starting to walk the hands back in underneath the shoulders. Sweeping the right leg back behind you, and then bring the knee down, coming back into table. And then second side, pressing into the hands, lifting the left leg back behind you. Extending the right arm out in front of you, taking a breath here. And staying if you'd like, or bending the back leg, reaching for the foot with the right hand. Opening up through the chest. Pressing the foot against the hand. Taking another inhale here. And exhale, release, letting the right hand come back down, straightening the left leg out. Sending the left leg out towards the side, letting the sole of the foot come down. And then inhale, lifting yourself up, sweeping the arms overhead. Letting the left fingertips come down the left leg, reaching the right fingertips over. Taking a couple breaths here, letting the right side of the body expand with each inhale. Maybe folding a little deeper with each exhale. Taking another breath here. Inhale, lifting back up through center. Letting the right hand come down, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Taking a breath here and then floating the left leg up if you like. Maybe bending the leg, reaching for the foot with the hand. Again, drawing the chest forward. Taking one more breath here. And starting to release the foot, straightening the leg out, reaching the left arm up. Letting the sole of the left foot come down, pressing the right hand off the ground, reaching the hands up. Letting the hands come down to the ground, and then walking them out as far as you would like. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, straightening the left leg back behind you, letting the left knee come down, and then tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Moving around here, moving in any way that feels good. Checking in with the legs, checking in with the shoulders, with the wrists. Taking notice of how things feel this evening. Taking one more breath here. And then looking forward, starting to walk the feet up in between the hands. And hanging out in the forward fold for a few breaths. Maybe taking opposite elbows, any other arm position that would feel good. You can sway back and forth or pedal out the legs. Letting the torso hang over the legs. Taking another breath here. And then starting to roll up to stand. Rolling the shoulders down the back, opening up through the chest. Feeling the feet on the ground. Maybe closing the eyes, pausing for a moment. And noticing whatever's coming up. On your next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, raising them down by your sides. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold, planting the hands, moving back to plank. Lowering yourself down. Inhale, lifting into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And taking 3 breaths here. Feeling the heels drop towards the ground. Pressing through the entire hand. Taking 1 more breath here. And then looking forward, bringing the feet up in between the hands. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting the hands, moving back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa to get to downward facing dog. Letting the body move with the breath. As we arrive, inhale, lifting the right leg back behind you. Bending the knee, opening up the hip. Adding movement if it would feel good. Just squeezing the heel towards the glute. Taking 1 more breath here. And then straightening the right leg long back behind you. Reaching the right heel up towards the ceiling. Letting the left heel drop down towards the mat. Taking 1 more breath here. Releasing the right foot down, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, coming off the wrist for a moment, sinking back into child's pose. Rolling the wrists out if it would feel good, or just staying where you are. Taking 1 more breath here. And then starting to make your way back to downward facing dog, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. And inhale the left leg up, bend the knee, opening up the hip. And doing whatever feels good here. Taking 1 more breath with the hip open. And then straightening the left leg back behind you, reaching the left heel up, letting the right heel drop down. Taking 1 more inhale here. Exhale, releasing the left foot down, walking the feet forward up in between the hands. Inhale, lengthening up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting the hands, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat. Lowering the back knee down and untucking the toes. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, starting to settle into the pose, letting the weight sink forward towards the left heel. Letting the chest continue to rise, letting the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Another inhale here. exhale, releasing the hands down, starting to shift the hips back, straightening out through the left leg. Sending the chest forward, pulling the left hip back. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to bend back into the left knee. And then starting to bring both hands to the left thigh. And you'll want to try to be more towards the bottom of the thigh instead of actually on your kneecap as you start to bend the back leg, reaching for it with the same hand, so reaching for it with the right hand. And then you can stay there with one hand. You can also reach the left hand around for it as well. Squeezing the inner thighs together to help you keep your balance. The farther forward you swing forward, the more intense the stretch. The more you straighten the body up, the less intense. Taking one more breath here. Starting to release the foot, bring your hands down to the ground, stepping the left foot back to meet the right. Lowering yourself down. Inhale, lifting into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale the left leg back behind you. Stepping the left foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, raising up, high crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Starting to reverse your warrior, tilting back, keeping the bend in the front knee. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands down to either side of the foot. Moving back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa or heading straight to downward facing dog. Taking another breath here. And starting to look forward, bring the feet up in between the hands. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting the hand, stepping the left foot to the back of the mat. Lowering the back knee down and untucking the toes. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, settling into the pose. Letting the weight sink down and forward. Letting the lower body ground you down. Upper body reaching out of the hips. Taking one more breath here. And then exhale, releasing the hands down, starting to straighten out through the right leg, sending the hips back. Letting the chest draw forward. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to bend back into the front knee. Bringing the hands up to rest on the thigh. Adjusting the back knee so that you're not straight on the kneecap. And then starting to bend the left leg. Maybe reaching for it with the left hand. leaving the right hand, you can leave it on the thigh, you could rest it on the ground, or you could reach back and reach for the foot as well. Taking one more breath here. And then gently releasing the left leg, bring the hands down to either side of the foot, tucking the back toes under, lifting the back leg, stepping the right foot back to the left. Moving through the vinyasa or heading straight to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhaling the right leg back behind you. Snapping the right foot forward in between the hands. Raising up, high crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheeling the hands down either side of the foot. Moving back to plank and moving through the vinyasa or going straight to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, releasing them down by your sides. And then from standing, starting to shift the weight into the left foot, hugging the right knee up into the chest. You can stay hugging the knee. You can also reach down to the big toe with your right fingers. Wherever you are, feeling the left foot connected to the ground. You can also straighten out the right leg anytime if you like. Finding one spot to gaze at. Letting the breath be steady. One more breath here. And then starting to open the leg out to the side. Again, you could leave it straight or you could bend it back in towards the body. Maybe bring the left arm out to help you balance. Taking one more breath where you are. And then starting to bring the knees back to center. Releasing the toes and extending the right foot back, landing in high crescent lunge. Taking a breath in high crescent lunge. And then opening up warrior two. Starting to tilt back, reversing your warrior. And then coming into side angle, bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Right arm can reach up towards the ceiling or overhead. You could also drop the right hand down behind the back if you'd like, a shoulder stretch. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to bring the right hand down to the inside of the foot as well, pivoting onto the back toes. Leaving the right hand down, reaching the left arm up, coming into a twist. Taking another inhale in your twist. And then exhale, releasing the left hand down to the outside of the left foot. Lowering the back knee down. And then extending the left leg long back behind you. Standing the right arm out in front. And then bending the back leg, reaching for the foot with the hand, opening up through the chest. Taking one more breath here. And then exhale, starting to straighten the arm and the leg back out, letting the right hand come back down. And then starting to peel yourself open into a modified side plank. Left arm reaches up. And again, option to stay here or bend the back leg, drawing the chest forward. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to release. Bring the hand and the feet back down, making your way to plank. And moving through your vinyasa or heading straight to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, looking forward, bringing the feet up in between the hands. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. And exhale, releasing them down by your sides. And then second side, starting to shift the weight into the right foot, hugging the left knee up into the chest. You can keep the hands on the knee if you'd like. You can also reach for the big toe with the left fingers. And straighten the left leg out any amount. Finding your spot to gaze at. Tuning back into the breath. Taking another breath here. And then starting to open the leg out to the side. You can keep it straight or you can bend it in. Maybe the right arm goes out to help counterbalance the weight of the leg. Balance might come easier on one side compared to the other. Taking another breath with the leg out to the side. And then coming back to center. Releasing the toes. Starting to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Landing in high crescent lunge. From here, opening up warrior two. Tilting back, reversing your warrior. And exhale, coming into side angle. Letting the right palm come to the inside of the right leg, the right foot. Left fingers can reach up towards the ceiling. You can reach overhead. Or you can drop the hand behind the back, opening up through the left shoulder. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to bring the left hand down to the ground, pivoting on the back toes. Leaving the left hand down, starting to reach the right arm up, coming into a twist. And taking one more breath in your twist. And then releasing the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Lowering the back knee down and untucking the toes. Swinging the right leg long back behind you. Pressing the heel towards the back of the mat. From here, starting to extend the left arm forward. Bending the back leg, reaching for the foot with the left hand. Pressing the foot into the hand, opening up through the chest. Taking one more breath here. And starting to release, letting the left hand come down. Right leg stays lifted, starting to peel yourself open. Reaching the right arm up, stacking the hips. Bending the right leg, reach for the foot with the right hand. Keep pulling the chest through. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to release, bringing the hands back down, moving towards plank, and then vinyasa or not to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale the right leg back behind you. Bend the knee, opening up through the hip. Taking another breath here, and then inhale, straightening the right leg back behind you. And stepping the right foot forward in between the hands. On an inhale, raising up, high crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Tilting back, reversing your warrior. Exhale, bring the right hand down, coming into side angle. And then starting to look forward in front of the right foot, walking the fingertips forward, lifting up, coming into half moon. An option here to bend the left leg, reaching for the foot or the ankle with the left arm if you like. Taking another breath here. And then starting to release the leg. Letting the left foot come down, bending into the right, lifting up, warrior two. Reversing your warrior, tilting back. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands down either side of the foot. Stepping back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhaling the left leg back, bending the knee, opening up through the hip. Inhale, straightening the left leg back behind you. And stepping the left foot forward in between the hands. On an inhale, raising up, high crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Exhale, coming into side angle. Starting to look forward in front of the left toes, walking the left fingertips forward, and then lifting off, lifting the back leg up, stacking the hips on top of one another, coming into half moon. And if you'd like, on this side, bending the leg, reaching for the foot with the hand, maybe for the ankle. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to release, letting the right foot come down, bending into the left knee, landing in warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Exhale, cartwheeling the hands down to either side of the foot. Stepping back to plank. Moving through your vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, making your way down to kneeling. Letting the hips sink back onto the heels. Taking a few breaths in child's pose. Taking another breath here. And then starting to walk the hands back in, lifting the torso up. Sliding the hips to one side and bring the legs out in front of you. And from here, we're going to tuck the right leg back so that you want the toenail side of the foot down, toenails pressing into the mat, but you're sitting inside of the foot, so you're not sitting up on the heel. Your hips are to the inside of the ankle. That doesn't feel good in the knee wave, or if you're good. Okay. So as long as that feels good in the knees, start to sit up straight, feeling both hips connect with the ground. And then starting to fold forward over the left leg. Taking one more breath in the fold. And then starting to lift yourself back up. Pausing for a moment here. And then you can start to walk the hands back behind you. Maybe coming down onto the forearms if that feels okay. You could also lie all the way down on your back to get a stretch in the quad. And if any of it's too much, just starting to walk yourself up a little bit until you find sensation but not pain. Trying to make sure that the right knee isn't popping up off the ground. Continuing to press that down. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly starting to walk yourself back up. Carefully releasing the right leg out long. And then second side, tucking the left leg back, toenails facing down towards the ground. Letting both hips sink down inside of the heel, feeling both sits bones connect to the ground, finding a little bit of height here. And then exhale, folding over the right leg any amount. Taking one more breath here. And then starting to lift yourself back up. Pausing for a moment with a neutral spine. And then starting to work the hands back as far as you'd like. Knowing that this side probably is going to feel a little bit different. Finding a spot that feels good. Easing yourself into it. Taking another breath here. And then starting to work your way up. Again, carefully releasing that left leg. Extending both legs out long. And then taking one more forward fold, letting yourself fold over both legs. Taking one more breath in your fold. And then starting to lift yourself back up. And then eventually make your way onto your back. However you want to get there. And making any other shapes or poses in the body that would feel good before coming to rest. You're ready, starting to let the body move towards stillness. Letting go of anything that you can. And allowing yourself these next few moments to be whatever you need them to be this evening. Start to feel into your body, noticing the sensations, noticing the breath, noticing the thoughts. Just being aware of whatever's present right now. When you're ready, adding movements, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles, letting the movements grow throughout the body. Eventually finding your way to a comfortable seat. And on an inhale, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhale, letting the hands come down to your heart center. And thank yourself for taking this time to practice. Namaste.